for a training session and really get to know what we can learn from them firsthand as we take care of them. Because this is a mysterious species of dolphin right here at the Vancouver Aquarium. We have two. We have Helen and Hannah. And they are white-sided dolphins. Pretty fantastic.
You better be videotaping this. You're going to send it to me.
It's going on Facebook.
Pretty amazing animals. Joining us now on the dock here, we have Adria, one of our fantastic marine mammal trainers, and Leo will be joining us at the far end of the habitat as well. Helen and Hannah are letting us know more about what these dolphins can do and also what we can do to protect them. So, has anyone seen this species before?
Yeah, here.
A couple of people have. Okay. If you have, it may have been at one of the other facilities in North America that take care of them, but there's only 3 other ones, so we're lucky to get to know them so closely here. So maybe you've seen them off our coast. These mysterious dolphins were once considered just an open ocean animal spanning the larger part of the North Pacific Ocean. But then in the mid-80s, they started coming closer even to BC's home coast.
There's gaps when they go down, they can't find them, then they poop over there.
Whales discovered them around the shores. Now, every year you can see them closer and closer. In fact, I've seen them in the Lions Gate Bridge. That's how close they get to Stanley Park. So maybe you've seen them showcasing these behaviors all around, but right here, we can learn from them. First, we have to take care of them. Taking care of these animals involves quite a few different things. Basic husbandry or basic health care, and it's really just the visual side of things. We want to look at them, see every part of them, their tails, their mouths, their dorsal fins. This allows us to see any changes that have occurred. So big scratches, scrapes may have happened even within the past couple of hours. Nothing goes unnoticed for us.
Over there.
We have a quick view of them from the outside, but it's important to know what's going on internally as well. Advanced husbandry involves a lot more things that we're familiar with as we visit doctors' offices. So you may have been asked in the past to provide maybe a blood sample. Has anyone done that before? Yeah? Well, we can ask the dolphins to provide one for us too. So asking for a blood sample, a urine sample, even a stool sample is something that we train the dolphins to be comfortable with. We're not practicing actually doing that right here. What we're practicing is putting them in the position from which we can do so. So Helen right now is presenting her tail to Adria, and that's the area that we can draw a voluntary blood sample from. It's pretty cool. They understand that this is always a positive thing. So by practicing it, they're familiar with it. This allows us to know internally what is going on, and we've already got the external light. So if anything comes up, don't even fret there. There's an on-site veterinarian team that can take care of them. They can come out with their portable waterproof ultrasound devices, do things like that to get a really good look at them and help out as needed. So I don't know about you, it sounds like a pretty good healthcare system, daily checkups, and your own personal doctor team. Probably better than what maybe some of us have. But it is essential to taking care of these animals. We want them to stay alive. We also want them to stay healthy. When it comes to health, it involves body and mind. When you think of dolphins, what kind of words come to mind? What would you describe them as?
Porpoise.
Shout it out.
Mammal.
Smart to hear that. Playful, yeah. How about acrobatic? Energetic? Yes, they are definitely all of those things. From the underwater viewing area, just as Helen and Hannah swim back and forth between Adria and Leo, you can see just how fast the species of dolphin are. They are considered to be one of the fastest in the world, getting upwards of 35 kilometers per hour, which is over 22 miles per hour, faster than the speed limit here in Stanley Park. But of course, it's very essential that they do get enough exercise. As acrobatic animals, they use their muscles on a regular basis to leap out of the water. Just like trainers or athletes, we train them to be conditioned to be as healthy as possible, using them properly, using all those muscles regularly. This is their bodies, but I also mentioned mind. Exercise for the brain is important as well. Does anyone like to play puzzle, Sudoku, or crosswords, or Xbox, PSP? Any video game really challenges our brains to think and overcome challenges. Right here is something new. Those are pretty cool sounds, don't you agree? The dolphins, like these, produce many different kinds of calls. But right here, what we were hearing from Helen were innovative innovative vocals. This is a new behavior that she is being worked on with Adria. This allows them to come up with a different sound each and every time. So we're not hearing the same sound, we're hearing a different one, and it's up to her to produce them. So it's challenging her to think and to create a different sound. It's pretty cool, and we definitely think that it's very important to take care of them because active minds are very important for intelligent animals. You might be wondering, how is this all possible? How do you train dolphins in the first place?
Oh, I missed
How do
it.
they understand you? Well, that's true. We don't speak Dolphin. No one seems to. If you do, we can talk after the program and maybe set you up with a trainer show up. But dolphins don't speak any human language either. So to communicate, we use a very special training method called operant conditioning or positive reinforcement. It's very effective, but you have to start with a very strong bond of trust. The trainers come out here each and every day, working with them several times so that they develop this relationship. And it always remains positive. Once you've got this bond, then you can move forward. Using a series of steps. We can put a hand signal to a behavior using a series of steps. So it first starts off with following the hands or maybe capturing the sound, and then we can work on pushing the things that you see here. But of course, we have to then reward. That's the whole thing about positive reinforcement is to signal good job, great work,
Anchovies, I think?
back and get a reward. The thing that signals that is the whistle. And what do you think the reward is? Fish.
I think sardines or anchovies.
So food is an excellent way to reward that great behavior. You'll see herring, eaglet, and squid even provided to our animals here. This keeps them very healthy, but it's also a good fishy treat. That is not the only way we can positively reinforce their behaviors. Rubs and touches are also given because dolphins seem to be quite tactile in nature and appreciate that kind of thing. So just like that, rubs and high fives can be given out to signal a great work indeed. We want to make sure it's always positive. What happens if they don't do what you asked? That's okay. We move on to the next thing. We can ask them again in case anyone gets confused. It's okay. We always focus on the positive side, on what they do. In fact, it's said to be the best way to train anything or anyone. So I challenge you to use this method on your own family, friends, see how well it works out for you. But of course, dolphins and humans don't always have a positive relationship. In fact, Helen and Hannah came here in 2005 after being rescued and rehabilitated animals. They were accidentally found in fixed fishing nets off the coast of Japan, but after their rehabilitation and being deemed non-releasable, we were able to provide them a permanent home here at the wild coast. And now we learn from them every single day how to take care of them, also how we can protect them. When dolphins and animals are accidentally entangled in fishing nets, and not the target of them, it's known as bycatch, and it's the number one threat facing dolphins worldwide. But hopefully through the research that our dolphins are trained to do here, we can maybe figure out better ways of protecting them from them. But you know what? We can do some as individuals as well. Does anyone like seafood? It's okay. You can admit it. Because guess who likes seafood? Our dolphins. And we serve it here at the cafe. We do a lot of research to make sure what we're serving is sustainable, and that's why Oceanwise exists. If you look around this habitat, you'll see that fish on a dinner plate symbol. Started right here at the Vancouver Aquarium. It's gone nationwide at markets and restaurants so that you can find guilt-free seafood options that doesn't have bycatch. You're helping protect dolphins when you make those choices. So although they are mysterious animals, we still have a lot of help to take care of them and to protect them. We have our trainers, we have our researchers. Helen and Hannah are helping out Pacific white-sided dolphins as well. We have all of you by visiting us today. You've supported our conservation and research efforts. The dolphins like these rather along our coast for many years. On behalf of myself, our trainers, Adria and Leo, and of course, Helen.